points required by McGregor at this time. There isn't. It's over. Jim Jeffries' Hearts have passed the first test of their championship credentials. They've beaten the champions here with a goal from Ryan Stevenson, who was thrust up front from the start in the absence of top scorer Kevin Kyle, but he'd moved back into midfield ironically by the time he scored. Another clean sheet for Marianne Kello. Jubilation for Hearts, but Rangers, without the departed Kenny Miller, were unable to find a way to goal, and they certainly had many chances to do just that, especially in the first half. It took Hearts ages to hit the target, but Ryan Stevenson was the man who made the difference. Bring on Celtic now, as far as Hearts are concerned. That's on Wednesday. On this Saturday at Tynecastle, it has finished, perhaps crucially, in the race for the title. Hearts 1, Rangers 0.
Boy, it's a massive statement from the heart of Midlothian. We asked them for a win and they delivered today. It's Rangers' first away defeat in the SPL. Massive for the Scottish Premier League table. Hearts moved to within 2 points of Rangers. Jim Jeffries' side have played a game more. Hearts are just 4 points behind leaders Celtic. Celtic play Aberdeen tonight, and then it's Celtic Hearts on Wednesday night, and then Rangers v Hearts in 11 days' time. We've got a three-way fight for the SPL. That's what it's like to beat the old firm. The scenes in the Hearts dressing room after their 1-goal victory against Rangers. Absolute bedlam there. Absolute bedlam. How will they be feeling, Neil?
I've been in this situation before when we've beat the old firm as a Hearts player, and it's fantastic, and I think there's a realisation in that squad there then that they're serious about challenging for the title, and well they may, because they didn't offer too much of a threat, but when it mattered they got a goal.
Just one shot on target and just 1 goal. Who needs to dominate when you're as efficient in front of goal as that? Let's hear from goal scorer Ryan Stevenson and the man of the match, Marianne Kello.
Ryan, what does it feel like to score the winner against the champions?
Yeah, it was obviously good. You know, I think that, you know, for personal pride, it's obviously good to get on the score sheet. I hadn't scored here at Tynecastle before, so it was obviously good to get off the mark eventually. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, it maybe comes down to Marion and, you know, the saves that Marion made in the first half, and then obviously the second half as well to keep us in it, because there was long stages of the game that were under pressure from Rangers, and you know, Marion done what he does every day in training, and you know, it was absolutely outstanding today.
Marion, what about this message to everybody else in the SPL? Do you think this is a strong message that Hearts are challenging for the title?
Yeah, I think definitely. You know, this is a great victory for us. It's a very massive. We didn't play the best football on the pitch. I think we are disappointed with kind of football we played, but result is important, and hopefully we can be challenging still till the end of the season.
What about the contribution of Ryan getting his goal? He was 20-1 to score the goal today.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. I congratulate to him, you know, because he deserves. He's working hard on the training as well, and he deserves this goal.
Ryan, hopefully you can do the honours. You got the goal, but Marianne Kello is the Clydesdale Bank Premier League man of the match.
Yeah, no bother. He deserves it anyway.
Thank you very much.
Well done, lads. Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, well done to them. Hearts victorious today. Jim Jeffries has hot-footed it up from the dressing room. Quite some scenes at the end there in the dressing room, Jim.
Yeah, I think it was a victory for spirit and togetherness and endeavour, because, you know, I thought Rangers, and I said to the players before the game that I was expecting them to start well, and you know, with all the talk about Hearts, they're going to come here and they're going to show you what it's like to be in amongst them, and I thought they were excellent in the opening 20 minutes, and if it had been, as Ryan says, for Marion in goal there, some great saves. I thought we didn't get very much going at all. We were sloppy in possession, and we changed the system a little bit in the second half early when we went to a tight 4 and pushed 2 on with Gary and took young Temps off, and I thought much better there. I think the only really threat Rangers was when it came off the underside of the bar. It was a great strike, and but it was one of these games, I think, where there wasn't going to be a lot of chances, because both teams were Rangers played well, I thought, and committed, and so it just shows you when we've played better. and I thought Rangers played really well today, but we got the breaks, and that was just sheer hard work.
There was a marked difference, Jim, for me in terms of from the first half to the second half, how you went about it. In the second half, I thought you were a lot more up in second balls. There was a lot more higher tempo of going and winning it. There wasn't, you have to say, so much of an improvement on attacking sense for your team, but I just felt that they had a bit between them teeth to go and be a wee bit more aggressive.
Callum Elliott and Kevin were a big miss, because when you're looking for things that tight, you're looking for somebody to hit in there. And you could see a lot of times in the first half, Neil, when we got the ball in wide areas, they played it in, thinking the big man, you know, but I thought, as you said, I thought Rangers started the second half well as well, and we changed the system to a tighter four and give us something a little bit more in behind that we could, you know, cause them a wee bit more of a problem. And even though we didn't have too many chances, I thought it stemmed them a little bit more. And
might have surprised people that you took Templeton off. You know, a lot of people think he's been top man for many games this year, but
tactical reasons. You know, that it wasn't his day. I thought Rudy coming out on the left had more strength to play against Whittaker, and let Stevenson now play on the right side, but not as a winger. I think the first 10 minutes he was playing too wide. He came in because the Rangers had the five in the middle there with the main striker, and I thought once we got that, we looked more comfortable to stem them, and then it's always down to, you're going to get a chance. And it was a great bit of play, remember,
and this
up
is
the
a chance,
left-hand side. Great bit of play up the left-hand side with Lee Wallace. And I think it was Rudy, was it?
Wallace I thought was terrific, especially in the second half. I know he's missed a lot of football, but he's driving forward. I think with Templeton going off, it let him just drive up the park so much more. But you know, he's winning here, and there's a terrific little turn, gets his head up, knocks it back, and as it comes in.
Lee got stronger as the game went. You know, for
and onside here, Jim, as well.
I've not seen it. Yeah, he's at the right back.
Yeah, Whittaker's
playing him on. So it's he's played it across. We got the break. Rangers didn't get the break when it come off the bar. We got the break. It fell to Steve Owen, and he'd be delighted to get his first goal at Tynecastle.
You said that Hearts hadn't won enough battles in the first half. Did you feel as though in the second half they took your warning?
No doubt about that. But you've got to give Rangers credit. I thought they played really well the opening 20 minutes. And as I say, Marion, but we were guilty of being caught in possession or giving it away needlessly. We let Rangers, we invited them onto us, and we made it a little bit easier.
But this guy gives you a platform, Jim, to go and allow you to do what you did today, and that's win the game by one goal. But Marion Kell just making
fantastic
a string of saves.
I've been singing his praises all season, Neil. The Slovakian keeper must be a really good keeper to keep this boy out, because it's a great save. I was behind it. I thought that was a goal all the way, and great touch. But it's great. I got him back in midweek. Jamie McDonald never let us down. He's come in after his injury. I wanted to give him some game time before we went into these Old Firm matches, and he had a great save in midweek as well at 2-1. And he's a top goalkeeper, and when you've got that, and our back four's solid, don't give too much away. You know, a couple of chances obviously the first half, but that was down to pressure for the midfield, I think. And today it was all about how could we do it, could be resilient, determination, and I think you've seen that. We couldn't complain about the effort the first half. We just complained about,
absolutely not. You know, they didn't really threaten at all.
We got outplayed. That's right. And in the second half, we were much more relaxed and much more comfortable in dealing with things.
Here's something you'd like to see: it's the league table. How do you feel about that now?
I don't want to look at it, David. It's for people. We just said with these games come round, if you win them, you get closer to putting in a challenge. The most important thing for me as well is, just as important as behind us there, we've put another 3 points, and you know, that's the very least we're expecting to do in third. If we can put in a challenge, that'll be a real bonus for us here. And we said when these games come round, if we could win them, you know, people would be saying probably if we got a draw here today and a draw at Celtic, but it would only been 2 points, so we've won one, so we can go there and have a go, because the points have worked out better than 2 draws. So we're delighted. We know that you know, there's a long way to go, but we'll just try and do the best we can.
Jim, let me interrupt you. Let's hear from Walter Smith now. He's with Peter Martin.
Walter, how difficult was that result to take, considering the chances you created in the match?
Yes, it was a difficult one for us to take. I mean, that's as well as we played here for, you know, since I came back, certainly. We created plenty of opportunities in the first half, to be fair, some fantastic saves by Hearts goalie. So, you know, from our own point of view, that's a disappointment. The game We were a little bit scrappier in the second half, but I still thought we had the best of that. It's not very often that we've came here and Alan McGregor's not had a save to make, so I'm a little bit aggrieved. And then the goal, from our own point of view, was a scrappy one. I mean, we should have defended better in areas there. So a disappointment all round in that respect.
Do you think now this is a clear message that there are 3 teams in the title race?
Well, that was said beforehand, so I mean, obviously nothing changes in that respect. So, we just have to look at today's result to see that the Hearts are on a terrific run there. I think that's 9 or 10 league games, only one draw in amongst it, and the rest are all wins. So they thoroughly deserve to be where they are at the present moment.
And from your own point of view, obviously Kenny Miller's now gone, but do you still feel as if you have enough firepower to retain this championship?
Yeah, that's the thing we do. I mean, we may have to add a player or two if we can, over the next week or so. But from our own point of view, we're still confident. After the way we played today, especially, we're still confident that we can create and score goals.
Thanks for your time, Walter.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jim, does Kenny Miller's absence give you a boost and give Celtics a boost?
Well, as I've said this week, it'd be a loss to any team. He's had a fantastic season. I think when Boyd left, they looked at somebody where we're going to get a lot of their goals, and Kenny, over the years, has never been. He's always chipped in with important goals in that, but the amount he's got has been terrific. So you're bound to miss somebody like that. But they've won games without them. They've got a good squad, and with Jelavic back now, he looks. You've got to give him time to get back into the fold. But I thought he looks like a big dangerous player up front. He'll get goals for them, I'm sure. And I still think they've got enough firepower there to cause team problems.
What about your next 3 games? You've got Celtic Park coming up in midweek, and of course in 11 days' time it's Ibrox.
Well, it's great
Makes
that we're
it easy for you, Jimmy.
Yeah, as we said, this was going to be a tough period. We started we said the tough period started at Kilmarnock, so we've picked up 3 points there and 3 points today. So we've got St Johnstone are never easy to play. We've got Celtic to go to midweek and then Rangers again. So I said after these 5 or 6 games that we've got 2 out the road with full points. So if we can maybe pick up a wee bit of the lion's share of the points over the next 3 games, then we'll be right in there, and it'll again just consolidate where we set out to be.
Jim, you might not be happy, or you might not want to look at that table tonight, but every Hearts fan will be looking at that over and over again, thinking we're in it and we've got a real chance of winning the title.
Walter came across to me before the start of the game and said, what a fantastic atmosphere in here today. We had it for the derby recently, and this place is rocking. When they look at that table tonight, I hope the more numbers turn up, and just even in other games where the way we're going, we could possibly get more along and get that atmosphere going in every week, and maybe not as much because obviously it's the Rangers, but if we can get that, then this team will rise to it and put the challenge in.
Jim, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Neil, thanks to you as well. What an afternoon we had here at Tynecastle, and there are 3 more live matches tonight on Sky Sports. It's Scunthorpe against Burnley in the Championship on Sky Sports HD2 from 5. Then there's a double header of Spanish action with Barcelona first up at 7 o'clock, and then it's Valencia Malaga from 9 o'clock on Sky Sports HD4 and 4. Well, what an afternoon we had at Tynecastle. We said Hearts had to win to have a chance of the Championship. Well, they're now within 4 points of the leader Celtic, and we've a 3-way fight for the title. Good night.
There's something in the air tonight, a feeling that you have that could change your life, with something burning up inside. I reach out for you when our hearts collide.
More sport, news, views and video on Sky Player, Sky Mobile TV and at skysports.com.